Are we going back in for Zubimendi? 60 million bid. Well, the price of the deal with regards to buying the player was never really in question with regards to the amount. It was a set amount that was in his release clause. You could argue we were trying to pay a little bit more, but it was the player who said no. And I've not been told or seen anything to indicate that that has changed. Now, I'm going to talk tonight about what may be going on with him and Sociedad and how him and his agent could be playing hardball there. But I've no information at this point that Liverpool are going to return in for Zubimendi. All I can say again is when I spoke with David Lynch yesterday, he said he would be very, very, very surprised if indeed we went back in from. So unless it's reported by somebody who we hold in high regard, I would say it's probably just people trying to bait you into building your hopes up again and then having them dashed. Ian Greenscreen, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, mate. Look, I want to read something out to you on Zubimendi because this is the only thing we've really seen or paid attention to around some issues with him and Sociedad. So, Paul Joyce put out a piece that said, interestingly, 2 separate sources said on Tuesday that discussions on a new contract for Zubimendi and Real Sociedad were now proving problematic, with Sociedad presumably on the receiving end of a game of hardball. So that really doesn't mean much to us, you know. It doesn't give any indication that that he might change his mind and come. It gives an indication that him and his agent are burning a lot of bridges. Let me say that, you know. If Sociedad gave him the big plea to stay, well, you would imagine there would have been some type of agreement there to give him a better contract or whatever, but I can't speak to that at this moment. All I can say is I don't know of any change to our situation. Anything on the Zubimendi drama contract at Real Sociedad? I'm aware of the issues that are apparently taking place between him and Sociedad for a new deal, but I have nothing, mate, saying that we're going to go back to the table. It would take a lot of grovelling from him right now, because there was a piece that came out earlier on. I'm going to read it out to you now. I know you're all feeling bad about the lack of the Zubimendi deal, but surely this is going to just make you all feel so much happier about life. You'll be delighted to know that Martin Zubimendi thanked Richard Hughes for all of his efforts to bring him to Liverpool in a phone call. Well, that makes it all better, doesn't it? I mean, I know I can sleep better tonight now, knowing that he thanked him for basically helping him leverage a better contract at a Sociedad. I wouldn't mind a phone call with Richard Hughes. I'd have a couple of things I'd like to thank him for fucking up the transfer window, for making us believe and then make us angry, for coming in and not hitting the ground running. I'd love that phone call, as I'm sure a lot of Liverpool fans would. Imagine ringing somebody. Imagine having the balls to ring somebody and go, yeah, thanks for trying to sign me. I'm really sorry that I Mickey teased you for the entire summer and then decided that I was staying put, but cheers, bud. Do you know what I mean? Benjamin offers that I spoke to a friend in Spain. He says that Zubimendi deal isn't done. He said the good journalists are saying he wants to come and Liverpool still know this. I want to believe that more than you know, Benjamin. And I hope you're right. I hope we can come on here in the next few days and go, God, do you remember Benjamin brought that up? And here we are. I just, at the moment, mate, I can't bring myself to open that door again. The old heart won't take another failure like that, another letdown. But God, I hope you're true. I hope it's true, sorry. So I see a lot of stuff about the Zubimendi situation. Again, all I can say is I hope you're all right. I'd love to get some news that maybe that deal was potentially back on, but as of right now, I'm not aware of it being a realistic option. Certainly when I spoke with David, which you've probably seen on yesterday's show, he didn't think that Liverpool would revisit the deal from their side anyway. But look, I'm just not going to allow myself to believe or dream about it, you know, because I'm not willing to go through the anger again. So if it happens, we'll talk about it. Craig, why go back? Said Justin cleverly he doesn't want to come. So again, bro, I have nothing to suggest we are going back. I'm just reacting to some comments from people who said they're reading that Liverpool may be back. I think people have probably taken what Paul Joyce has written about Zubimendi and Sociedad having problems sorting out his contract there and maybe putting 2 and 2 together. Maybe some people have jumped on that and tried to suggest it's stalling because Liverpool are coming back in. All I can say is, as I sit here right now, I'm not aware of that. But again, I'd love to be wrong. Is it true that Zubimendi was offered more money than Liverpool offered him? Is this why the deal was not made? No, it isn't true. Again, there's loads of different reports from the likes of Fabrizio Romano or whoever you trust as your journalist of choice to say that they couldn't get near the offer that Liverpool were going to make him. You know, I think Liverpool were going to be paying him about 10 million euro per season, and that was before there was that talk that we bumped it up a bit more. So you're talking maybe starting off at 160, 170,000 pound a week as a basic. I don't think it was money. It seemed to be the heartstrings and the family not wanting to move. So this is what my friend was in Spain was saying. The games are still at play with Zubimendi. Apparently the player is working hard to save his image first and leave closer to the window or January. I don't understand how anybody would think that would save his image though. So let's say, as an example, Benjamin, and thank you for your super chat, that Zubimendi leaves on the 29th of August. Do you think that the Sociedad fan base then go, ah well, or would they go, this lying little scumbag told us he was staying and then off he pops? I know which one I think the fan base would think of. Whereas if you went first time round and you said, I hope to return to the club someday, I leave here with great memories of growing up and playing for my childhood club, to put on the blue and white shirt, to play in front of these fans. But I came to a difficult point in my career where I felt like I had to take the next step for my legacy. I looked at what Xabi Alonso did at Liverpool Football Club and I dreamt about what that could be like. And it was only a deal like this that would make me leave my boyhood club. So it is with a heavy heart that I'm going to chase my dreams, but I will be back one day. That's how you leave a football club and have the fan base understand where you're coming from. The other thing is just the Antoine Griezmann approach of shitting on everyone. Unless somebody's on a wind up here or people know something I don't, I'm not aware of any situation that could see this happen. It is certain that Sociedad are having problems extending his contract. I don't know if him and his agent are now playing hardball or they thought they were being promised something that wasn't coming their way. Do keep an eye on it, and if anything changes, of course, we'll jump straight on to let you guys know of it. And I'd be more than happy to be on here talking about this deal being resurrected, but I have no information to that effect. Now,